God. It's totally a gift of sowing into God's kingdom, God's work. And it's out of our love for God and generosity and impact for the kingdom. And it's about discipleship. It's about our faith. And so that, to me, is stewardship, which is a little different from fundraisers, right? So I'm asking you guys actually, to give out of your heart because you're kingdom people, and it's not about... now, if you've got some things that you would want to eBay or Craigslist or, do something like that, that's great. Janet and I give mostly out of our cash flow, right? And we give, we just give more than normal out of our cash flow. We don't have a ton of assets, so we don't have, stocks or this or that or the other, land, or I don't have an S corp I could sell, or anything, property, that kind of thing. So, but we do also have many people that give both cash and assets as well. And I'd say most of our larger gifts are asset gifts. They give out of their assets. That means that they have property or different things like that. We can take different kinds of gifts. We've had people give jewelry. We had a person give a vintage car last year. Stocks, land, different things like that. And so, one thing I'll say about asset giving, we have a great lawyer that works with our Vineyard Foundation. And before you do asset giving, if you feel led to do that, contact Corinne May, our business administrator, and she can put you in touch with Bill High, who's a great lawyer. He specializes in foundation trusts and charitable trusts, all that kind of stuff. He can help. I'll give you an example. I had a lady who had some property in Breckenridge who wanted to give to the church, and they were ready to sell their property, and they'd had it for a long time, so it had appreciated drastically. Well, she sold the property and paid all that capital gains when she sold it. Then, out of what was left over, she gave a big chunk to Vineyard Church. But once Bill High does some things for our people periodically, and dealing with foundation trust. When she found out that she could have actually put that land into a trust or a foundation and avoided the capital gains in a significant way, and given less to the government and way more to the church and to other charities, she literally cried when she realized the dollars that she wasted giving to the government. Now, she's a faithful person. She pays her taxes, but my philosophy is I want to pay my taxes, but I want to pay it legally. I want to pay as little as possible and more to the kingdom. That's just kind of my philosophy. So I'm just giving you that illustration to say I've had people who have lots of resources who have met with Bill High, and he's helped them tremendously in terms of understanding some of the finer tax laws when it comes to assets and giving and trusts and foundations, that kind of thing. So anyway, let's see. What else? Questions? You have questions? Maybe I have answers. Maybe I don't.
Why a 2-year campaign and not a 3? In addition.
Yeah, it's a great question. We felt like I'd say I've talked about this extended campaign. I've personally talked to over 150 people now in our church. Majority of the people, even that have been with us for the 3 years, get it, understand it, and they're happy to. They're ready to press in and just continue to help us get there. A few of them have never been through this before, and they were really excited about it 3 years ago, and they gotten a little discouraged. Nothing's happened, and they're kind of, oh man, is this never going to happen? And so they, so a part of the 2-year dynamic is I think we can break ground and get in 2 years if we get the money in that we need. And then once we open up, we're going to have new growth, and we can put a new vision out there and extend for the next phase that we need. There'll probably be some remodeling issues for the children's ministry, different things. There's always going to be issues out there. So I'd rather kind of get some wind in our sails as soon as possible, and then because the building's not the vision, right? It's the people that we're reaching. So a lot of churches do building programs and they make the building the vision. They get in the building and they don't grow because it was the vision. They got the vision. It's like, oh, okay, now it's never our vision to build a building. It's our vision to reach people, and so that's never. We're always going to be, out there doing that. So I give people fair warning on that. So 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I'll be saying, hey, here's another opportunity. Pray about it and that kind of thing. Good question. Is that helpful?
Yeah,
answer?
yeah,
Okay.